3, 2, 1.
What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the podcast, Pixel Forge Podcast. And I've been your boy Sean. I'm here with my other host, Josh.
Hello.
We're doing good today, man. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Appreciate it. Been appreciating the love on the other episodes as well. Thank you so much. As I say, we'll keep delivering for you guys every week. So keep an eye out for that. We've got a lot to talk about today on the show. A lot to talk about, from business, Warhammer stuff, definitely, and a lot of gaming talk. It's going to be huge gaming talk. And yeah, so let's get into it straight away. I know, Josh, you got some stuff business-wise to talk about.
A little bit.
So
I don't think you've got much this week for your business, have you?
No, I've not got nothing to report on my business.
Totted some stuff up. I think the first thing, I think I brought this up before, is looking for space. I'm still looking for space to operate out of. One, for us to do the podcasting, but also for me to run my 3D printers in, because the space I have at the moment isn't super massive, right? So it makes it difficult to print all the time. So we're still looking for a space. If anybody knows, put it in the comment, just to help us along finding a space. And then also, you might see my t-shirt. I've got some new t-shirts with my logo on. Those are for events, when we go to events, so you guys can recognize us. And also flyers. I got one here. This is for Sean, for you to have a look at.
I'll have a look at that.
Yeah. I know they're flyers, but it's exciting because we haven't had that stuff before. Good. So all of that for the business as well. Do you know what I mean? And then also playing around with packaging. I haven't actually got it with me today, but I was. You'll see it on Instagram, Starline Forge. Working on like homebrew packaging. It's pretty rough and ready because I can't cut straight to save my life. But it's pretty cool because I was trying to find somewhere where I could pay for it, and I realized actually if I just use cards and stickers I already have, I can make it myself without being too much of a problem.
No, I hear that,
That's pretty cool. And then next week, keep an eye on next week. If you are watching on the website, I've got a whole bunch of stuff coming out new next week. Got a whole list of it, and we'll have loads of posts on Instagram next week as well, just to make sure you all get to see that and all the new cool stuff, miniatures, scenery, and all that sort of stuff.
Everything bases.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, bases. Yeah, and some stuff that I've designed myself. So a lot of it, again, if you heard in the first episode, a lot of it's like backing Kickstarters and making sure to support them. So now I'm trying to design my own stuff just to sort of get a feel for that area as well. So
sounds good.
Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much me business-wise. And I know you don't have anything business-wise, so I guess we can step into Warhammer straight away.
Warhammer is...
Why not? Do you know what I mean?
Let's go.
And we'll start with something that I think is now going to become a staple and remain, is the 3 models. I show Sean 3 models each week so that you can get an idea of, like, I try and give you some lore. I'm not the best person. Chris is a better person for lore. And he'll be a guest at some point. He'll drop all the knowledge on it. But first, I think we'll start with this chap. If you know what it is, put it in the comments. This chap's an Assault Intercessor. Similar to in the first, I'm sure I haven't shown you one of these, similar to the first episode.
No, you didn't show me this one.
So you had, remember the the Intercessor, that we had, the guy with the heavy bolter. This chap is basically like the same battle line, but these are more like fast attack, get straight into the enemy. That's why you'll notice they've only got like one melee weapon and 1 pistol.
Yeah, so small weapon.
Yeah,
like,
so they're designed to like...
submachine gun almost looks like.
Yeah, that's I think there's a heavy bolt pistol. Yes, it's heavy bolt pistol and a chainsword. So you'll tend to find, if you have any armies that people play, you'll tend to find that they will run those and intercessors with them. Of course, you have like all specialist units and stuff like that as well. Yeah. But you'll find that they run those, and their points they're not too expensive on points. So I think. Now in the rules, you can only have up to 6 of the same unit, so you could run 6 of those pretty cheap and have all your other units with it as well. So
that's good.
That's the Assault Intercessor. Next,
are these more these are, you said, your front line?
The next 2 aren't ish.
Okay.
So that one definitely is front line. These 2 aren't necessarily front line. They're a bit more specialist. Okay. So I'll show you one that is like a hybrid of frontline and specialist. So that's a heavy.
That is, you can tell it's heavy because yeah,
he looks massive, right? Massive. Yeah. So he's a heavy intercessor. Can you show that to the camera? I don't think I showed the camera. So these chaps come in squads of 5, and they're more of a specialist unit. So they do come under the normal battle line section, but they're a bit more special because you can see with him, he's got like a heavy bolter, so that one has to kind of hold, like in Halo when you have the minigun, it's kind of a similar thing, like that, right? So you have to hold that. They can run a few different weapons. You can only run one of him that has the big heavy bolter. The others have, like on that intercessor I showed you, the others have like similar heavy bolter weapons, so you can run those with them, but it's a squad of 5. But they're good for like suppression. So if you have a unit you want to keep suppressed and keep in cover, that's sort of the best unit you want to take among obviously all the specialist units that you can get. But they're pretty cool. I only have one squad of those. I have millions of the other stuff, which eventually you'll see, no doubt, once I start my chapter project, which I'm working on to paint up a whole chapter, and I'm getting 1,000 models because we talked about this before. Each chapter is 1,000 Space Marines, so there's loads, and that's including armor and stuff.
Absolutely ton.
Yeah, so that's happening soon. But yeah, so I've only got one squad, so I need to get more of those, basically, in the long run. And then lastly, we have this chap. Let me show you this chap. This very cool chap. So this is a librarian in Terminator armor. Librarians are kind of like. Did I show you the chaplain last week?
This is a librarian.
Yes.
Not very subtle.
It's not, no. It's not like the ghost one in Ghostbusters. Yeah. This guy is serious. You know what I mean? So these guys are kind of similar to some of the other specialist units where like they almost hold information on the chapters.
Okay.
So he's like, I say space magic. He uses psychic powers and stuff like that. That's his main sort of focus. So these guys really buff up. They're kind of designed to sort of buff up other units and support them in that way. You have like leader class units as well that do the same thing, but he's designed to buff it and use a lot of magic. He's psychic, so he uses a lot of psychic abilities as well. Some bit of psychic abilities, you know, you can use those to demoralize other units and stuff like that. And there's some chapters, and I think we briefly touched on this, some chapters, in some Space Marine chapters, don't use psychers at all because I think it's also heretical. But again, we'll get onto that at some point when I get to that sort of chapter. But librarians are pretty important. Same as chaplains. Like chaplains are like, you know, when I was talking to you about Space Marine 2, chaplains are almost like they hold on to the doctrine that Space Marines go by. Okay. Librarians kind of are like, they hold all the knowledge. So as much as the chaplains have the doctrine and they run by the rule book, they have all the extra knowledge. So like the Ultramarines, librarians will look after the knowledge, historical knowledge and stuff like stuff like that. But again, they all kind of mix into doing that. But yeah, librarians are pretty cool. I've got a few of those as well, to be fair. But yeah, those are the 3 models. We'll keep doing that because I like the 3 models. And, and I think next week I'm going to try and do vehicles because I think last week we did a vehicle as well.
The tank one.
Yeah, so we'll do some
shame
stuff.
that you never saw it.
Next episode when we record, I'll make sure to bring a vehicle so that you can see it as well. And I'll bring a Primaris one because they're a lot bigger than the one I showed you last week. That's it. A smaller one.
And obviously as well, like obviously we played the game afterwards after we finished the stream, and I think I spoke about on the last episode, can these Marines fit in the tank? And obviously from the game, seeing the size of how they were, the characters were, it was not possible.
They just folded up like a box inside.
That ain't
insane.
Yeah. But yeah, you can see the size of the scale, like on the games, how it is as well. It plays out.
And to be fair, sometimes, like as silly as it sounds, sometimes I forget the scale of the model. So when I'm like buying a tank or something, I'm thinking I'm going to take it out of the box, and it's full size. Like it's the whole thing. And then you take it out, and then there's that little element of disappointment, and not because I'm disappointed by the model because the models look great, but just disappointed because it wasn't like a full scale tank. But yeah, there's some cool stuff. And as I said, and I don't know if I've shown you, but I'm actually currently working on collecting all of the named characters that are in the app for Space Marines. I've almost got them all.
How many is that?
A lot. I need to go back and check the number. And it's kind of by accident and kind of because of the stuff I've been getting.
Was that from the begining of time?
No. Not the beginning of time. That's a stretch. But all of the heroic characters, named characters that you can currently use in the game.
Okay.
All of those are all of the ones you can get in the app. There's like 2 or 3 that are like the original size. You know, when I showed you the Metal Marines where they're like the original size. There's a couple of those on the app that I won't use, but I've got most of the other named characters. So my plan is to fill that list out, which is one of the topics I'll get onto when we get onto the news in a minute. There's a new character coming out. But yeah, those are the 3 models. Hopefully you like listening to the 3 models. As I said, there's not a lot of lore I dump into them. It's just to teach you what it is. You know what I mean?
Me learning this stuff is, so it's still a lot for me to take in. There's so much lore to learn and characters, names, and this. I couldn't remember half the names that I've seen so far.
And that's even for me. That's why I said Chris. Chris has a lot of knowledge for this stuff. So when we get him on, that'll be a big. I'll probably try and do it around a Warhammer event, so we have a big Warhammer session.
That's it. Yeah, I'm down.
So that's the models. Now we'll go on to the wargaming news. I say wargaming news. I was trying to switch it so I did more of everything but it still ends up being more Warhammer. So we'll go with more Warhammer because that's fine. And then, as I said, as we said in the beginning, We've got a lot of gaming stuff to cover, a hell of a lot of stuff. So we want to make sure we give time to that. So one bit of gaming that I will drop to you, I'll drop to all of you, is you might have seen the Siege mode. You know, we talked about the Space Marine 2 Siege mode, where it's basically a Horde mode. It's basically a Horde mode. That's what it is. But there's some cool stuff that they did, like a video a few days, maybe even a week later after we did that episode.
Yeah.
And they talked about some of the details, and some of the stuff I wanted to point out was you earn points during each round, which I guess makes sense for a Horde mode. Similar, like, you remember Gears of War's Horde mode?
Yes.
Similar like that. So you earn points, you beat waves, you build up defenses and stuff like that.
Yeah, because with the points you can build fences and turrets and
and that's kind of what they've gone for with this. But the difference being is now you can call in like troops. So, you know, like the Cadian soldiers that, you know, when I showed you the tank scales and we did that mission, so you can call those troops in and they support you fighting the hordes.
Okay.
Or if you don't want to do that, you can call in like the Dreadnought. You know, in the campaign, the Dreadnought, when it smashes its... Do you remember the video? There's a video of a Dreadnought. Yeah.
I'm still trying to learn this.
There's a video of a Dreadnought where it basically, there's a Hellbrute, which is a Chaos Dreadnought, so there's a bit more lore. It basically kicks it through a wall, shoves its minigun into its mouth and just... You know,
goes nuts.
It goes nuts, yeah. You can call one of those in to support you as well.
Yeah.
Those are cool. But there's loads of stuff. Apparently you can call in extra Space Marines, so it's not just you can call in other Space Marines to help, which they also do during the campaign. So I think what they've done is they've taken a lot of stuff from the campaign that you see doing stuff in the background and just put it into this Horde mode, basically, which is pretty cool. And I'll probably en masse ordering bunches of Cadians just to maybe help marginally.
There you go.
And then there's no class restrictions. So I know in the multiplayer, especially when you do the co-op missions, you can't have the same type of unit. So you can't have an assault intercessor. You can't have more than one, for example. Like Bulwark, I was forgetting the class Bulwark. You can't have more than one Bulwark in as a class. But this has no restrictions. So if you all want to run with swords and shields, just go ahead and do that. Or if you want to run with snipers, you can do that. All of that stuff. So that's pretty cool. Every 5 levels, the arena changes. So I haven't seen you see like a lot of the environments we've seen before from the campaign, but it looks like, I don't know, I probably missed how many times it does it, but every 5 levels you change scenery. So a little bit like, you know, like Tekken, when you fighting, you can change the scenery
through the floors, like levels,
it's kind of like that, but obviously you get in a lift and go up or down or however they're planning to do it. So that's pretty cool as well. And then at the moment there's a test server to try that out before it launches, because it launches on the 26th of this month.
Okay, so there's a little beta, like...
Yeah. They're doing that a lot more on consoles now. Before on PC, you typically find all the test servers and everything's on there. I remember like even with like Armor and stuff and DayZ, all the test servers were on PC. You'd never see anything like that on console, but now they're starting to get a bit more into doing that. So yeah, you can try that out now. I don't know how long that's like. I would imagine the test server's probably live until the launch date so that they can...
Yeah, when it's out, do you think there'll be like mods and stuff for it later on, or just PC maybe? Maybe
just PC. I think a lot of those mods are only getting through because the developers are like, yeah, it's cool, we're chill about it. But I don't think it's because they're going to go, yeah, let's turn on the Switch. Although there was a game recently that's turning on mods, wasn't there? I can't think that it's not a Warhammer game. What was the game? Oh, I can't remember.
Oh no.
I remember for next episode. There was a game recently. I feel like
I know what it is.
Yeah, it's like it's there, and I can't think about it. But there's a game coming out. There's a game that's already out that they're turning on mod support. But I think it's because it's like at the end of its development life.
Didn't Oblivion turn on mod support? Or I think it's something else.
It could be Oblivion. I feel like it's something
Oblivion
else.
Or Fallout. I feel like it's one of them.
Oh, maybe it's Oblivion. You know.
I think it's Oblivion in my head. I feel like I've seen it like somewhere.
I don't know. A game of some caliber is getting mod support toward, you know, so that's pretty cool as well. That's that. That's Space Marine 2, so that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that mode. I think that'll inject a bit more life into it, because I know a lot of people have complained about post-game dropping off quite considerably, which you can probably see from the statistics.
Yeah.
It's still sold more than Doom, but we won't get into that because I had to bring it up. But yeah, so that happened as well. So that's pretty cool. So then, you know the model I was telling you about? So there's a model coming out called Captain Centos.
Yeah.
And he leaked. So it's like a commemorative model. So they're doing it they did it last year. No, they didn't do it last year. I'm lying.
Like an anniversary thing or something.
Yes, you've probably seen it. Yeah. So it's for store anniversaries, because they're opening up, I think it's their 500th store in the US or just in the world. There's some weird statistics on the article and I can't remember off the top of my head. But they're opening up at a milestone store, basically, the long run of it.
So there'll be limited numbers of it, or is like...
Yeah, well, you've opened up a can. Because they did that with Captain Titus from Space Marine 2, we all know that. Okay. And then we all know that they then released him in a board, like it was in a board game, we did that. Then they released him on his own with a £10 voucher on Games Workshop's website.
There you go.
And then they released him again without the £10 voucher, but the same price. So hopefully it's limited. It probably won't. They'll probably end up putting it in either a box or they'll do it, limited time, but it will still be available pretty regularly. Yeah. But it's only going to be, the exclusiveness to it is it will only be in Games Workshop stores, Warhammer stores.
Okay.
So you have to go and get it. So obviously I'll be doing that. But they only revealed it after a leak. Now I saw the leak after the reveal, but someone had got hold of the box, the finished product.
Jeez.
And this isn't the first time it's happened with GW, as you all know if you're listening for the Warhammer, right? And then I saw the post. It was on some, there's a million forum websites, right?
Yeah.
And it was on there, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, my friend didn't order anything or nothing, but it just turned up." It wouldn't have just turned up. GW only bought.
Yeah, just like just chucking them out.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, GW mess up orders and send that, because they've done that before when Dante, one of the Blood Angels characters, they released a new model, which is this guy's a new model. I'll get into that. They released him, but people were ordering the old model and getting the new one, basically. So that was happening. So anyway, yeah, it's a whole GW like to mess up orders. I think at first I thought it was deliberate. I'm slowly believing it's a pattern.
Like it's
kind of
continuous.
Yeah. But yeah, so and to the point I was making a second ago is this is the third time this model's come out. There was one in the 90s, and one I think it was 2016, maybe. Chris will listen to this and correct me. But it was just a name, like a captain. It was just a random captain. So they've actually given this one a name this time. I'll show you out of this episode. I'll show you the picture so you can see the transition. Yeah. But they've given this guy, this chap, a name this time, which again I think is another tactic of GW where they kind of pull really old models that they've not made for years, slap a name on it, and go ooh. And obviously, me being the gullible person,
you're just like,
yeah,
I
so
love that.
yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, well, we got him, chaps. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he's cooked. So yeah, that's coming. So he's pretty cool. I'll obviously be getting him because he's also, he's not specifically an Ultramarines character, but he was tarted up as an Ultramarines character. So
similar,
yeah. So I'm obviously going to get him and do it that way. Do you know what I mean? And continuing the trend of models, this weekend, actually tomorrow, there will be pre-orders for a new Battle Force, which are like preset boxes with models in that you can make up. You have combat patrols, which are like, I've told you this before, like if you got a combat patrol, for the most part, we could get into either a game of 40k or we could use the models to play Kill Team.
Yeah.
But this is a Chaos Knight. So these are the Warhound Titan you saw at my place.
Yes.
The big boy.
Big one, yeah.
You can see on Instagram if you want to see pictures of it. I do have pictures of the project in progress on Instagram. It's like technically the smaller version of them, but Knights are still big. It's the model scaling, not so much. I'll show you the lore sizes are totally different, but the scaling, but this, do you know what I mean? But this box isn't that. It isn't Knights. It's like smaller ones. So there's smaller types of Knights. These are almost like support mechs. But for Chaos, they're called War Dogs. So, and you get a whole squad of them. I don't think I've seen GW do like a big box. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like this one's a big box. You have 6 to 7 miniatures, but these guys are like this sort of tall. Yeah. I've got a couple at home, but they're loyalist ones. They're not traitor ones. These you can kind of customize your Chaos and fire them up. But I think from what I recall, it's a pretty good value box as well to get those units in. So if anybody's interested in getting those style of units to get into, I guess it's also like a way to get into buying Knights. It's a really good box to sort of try out if you're into Chaos. I mean, you can probably not have them as Chaos, because usually with those kits you get them the loyalist model and then an upgrade sprue to put Chaos bits on it. Yeah. So yeah, you could probably do that, but you just have to work out the price and stuff, make sure it makes sense for you, because traditionally as well, sometimes the boxes don't make sense for the value and stuff like that. So it just depends if you want the models or stuff. So there's that. But then last point from me before we cover, because I want to make sure we cover gaming. There's a points change for June, so a whole bunch of chapters got affected, but a whole bunch of different armies got affected. So you have Sisters of Battle, Votann, Orcs, Admech, Eldar, Tyranids, Dark Eldar, Tau, Chaos, and then both the Blood and Dark Angels chapters all had rules change. What rules change typically mean is they either have a change to like the points values of units. So, like those models could be worth in total like 100 points, but with the points change, they actually might be worth 80 now and stuff like that. Or it might be like abilities change or equipment changes or how an ability can be used or not used can change. And then that's why I wanted to bring up this week and see what people think about. They changed for Space Marines. They also changed the Ultramarines. So it's my chapter that I collect. And they actually changed two things. There was something I didn't know about because I don't play too often and not super competitively. But they changed two things for Calgar and Rabute. Okay. And Rabute is like the Primarch. So he's like, when we talked about the Emperor's Children and the gods and stuff. Yeah, like he's one of those, right? And then Calgar is the Chapter Master. So you have a Chapter Master, then you have the Primarch. Okay. So when Rabute wasn't around, Calgar was in charge, that sort of thing. He still is. But anyway, that's a whole nother Ultramarines lore session for you.
My head's already cooked. You're just talking like that.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So
because the back and forth that goes between each thing, like it's just so much and trying to remember.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah. And the good thing about doing it like this is you can go back and listen to it and try and catch up again. So then, so we have that. And so what they've done into those is what you could do before is I believe you could have Calgar and Rabute in the same game. And they could use the abilities they have. One has, I think, is it Calgar? Yeah, Calgar has Master Tactician, and then Rabute has Grand Strategist, and they affect how you can use the units on the battlefield and stuff, right? And they've changed it now, so now you can't use them at the same time. So originally you could just, like, I could have Rabute as Warlord, which you need to have in your army, and Calgar could be there.
Can't just be overpowered, though, like.
Exactly. I think that's why. I think that like they've what was happening is I think people were manipulating the points. So they're taking armies that technically aren't legal, but because of how Calgar and Rabute were manipulating the points, like you could just take what you want, really. So now with Calgar's ability, he has to be the warlord for you to be able to use it, where before he didn't. Okay. So you'd obviously use Rabute as a warlord and not him. So now he has to be warlord to use his ability. And then with Rabute, before his ability, you could use once per game. No, sorry, you could use it once per round. So in the game, you could use it. If we played a 10-round game, I'm using it.
Yeah, every time.
Every time. Now it's only one per game. Okay. So it's a big switch up. And again, I don't know like the extensiveness of how severe it was before, but for them to drop an ability from one round to one game means people were obliterating that.
Well abusing that.
Yeah. So, and that sometimes those are good things. Sometimes GW get points changes right and they'll make it balanced and fair. There have been points changes where they change things and they aren't so great, but that's neither here nor there. Do you know what I mean? I won't talk
trial and error, like certain times.
Yeah, and when they did like the new edition, like, and they did this with Age of Sigmar, and that's a whole nother kettle of fish to get into. But I was collecting Astra Militarum for years, and then in the new edition, they changed some of the rules, which technically meant a good chunk of those years became redundant in terms of the models I had. And there was a lot. There was a lot. So sometimes like that, like I get that they have to make rule changes, make stuff balanced, but sometimes like, especially in a new edition, they can wipe out total, like entire setups that you have, and you kind of have to rejig it. And there's ways to rejig it. And I think we talked about it before, like you can, if me and Sean were playing, we could, we can agree on stuff and use units and models in a way that we want. You know what I mean? It's between us, but especially when you go to tournaments, you have to really think about and have the legit setups and stuff like that. Do you know, which is probably why I haven't played too much, because I like building and
just
painting. Do you know what I mean? So there's that. But
simple stuff.
Yeah, man, simple stuff.
Simple stuff.
But yeah, that's everything I've got for Warhammer this week. It's actually, as much as I was saying to you before we started, as much as I was saying to you, there wasn't a lot. It was actually quite a bit, to be fair. I didn't really think about it. But yeah, we'll have more next week. I think there's a few more updates coming, and I'm sure.
But there's one we can go into or talk about in the gaming section. So yeah. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I think you can take over and give us some shindig about gaming.
Well, guys, this is the gaming portion, and my gosh, have we got a lot to talk about. Basically, right now we are in Summer Game Fest mode, territory, as you want to call it. Like literally, there's so much shows going on. This week already we've had shows. Yep. Next week there'll be more showcases. So there's a lot to talk about. And even before we just dive into all that stuff, what you been playing? I always start off.
Oh, yeah,
I always
yeah,
start
yeah,
this off.
yeah,
What have you been playing this week?
Well, it's not Doom. You'll be glad to hear that we bring that up again. Do you know what I mean? On a side note, I had the Doom burger at Honest Burger. I did the Doom burger.
When you texted me that receipt, I was like, "What are you texting me a receipt for?" I was confused. I didn't know what it was. I was like, and I had to zoom in and read it. Oh, it's
I don't know what overcome me to send you the receipt and not the picture of the thing that I'm having. It's just, So yeah, you owe me, mate. Cheers. Yeah, do you know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah, that was pretty good. You can ask green.emo, Jamelia. We had a laugh. I was sweating. It was actually like I could deal with heat, but that was something else. But anyway, what have I been playing? That's a good question. RoboCop. Still there. Really enjoying RoboCop. Yeah. Better than Doom Dark. Anyway, I'm going to stop bringing up Doom at some point.
We got.
I can't drop it. It's just I can't. It's just so.
Because you ate the burger, that's why.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
You're back.
I said this. I said the burger is better than the game. Who'd have thought that? Imagine seriousness. RoboCop, Destiny 2, and with you.
Yes, Destiny 2.
We'll be doing a lot more of that. You'll probably see that once we start streaming on Twitch, which we sorted out from when I think I mentioned it last week.
Yeah.
Destiny 2 as well.
I was already cooked on Destiny 2 already. First mission? Couldn't even jump across the flipping room.
First mission, don't even talk about that. This guy said, click on the arrow that tells you to. He was like, oh, I thought that was going to bring up stats. No, that's the
weird. That's weird.
My guy's cooked. He had no idea.
I had no clue what was going on.
But it's all right. We're going to have fun with it anyway.
Yeah.
And especially because I've played it for so long and you're quite new to it. You've played it before, and especially like Destiny 1.
Destiny 1 like a while back. So like,
I guess that you're new to like the mechanics of 2 and stuff like that.
Yes,
do you know what I mean? So that's what we'll go through. But yeah,
it feels a lot faster, to be fair, than number 1. It does feel a little bit.
Yes, yeah. And it's a lot more, as controversial as this might be, it's a lot more inclusive in the sense of what you can get done, because they've just released, I was telling you, the Edge of Eternity, where you can actually go into dungeons now and do, like I've done 2 on my own, which they're end game content. So typically you'd need a full crew of people to be able to get through those. So stuff like that, but looking forward to it. It's just going to be nice. I always say when it comes to Destiny, when I play with people, it's nice to have someone to play with, just to also teach them how the game works and why I enjoy it so much.
It's so far like it's been like good, just running around the tower and doing whatever couple missions we did, like just going forward. So yeah, like I say, we've got loads of content because I downloaded like how much stuff. So yeah, I'm excited to play that. Yeah. Anything else you've been playing, or just them 2 at the moment?
Anything else? That's a good question. I don't think so. Have I been playing anything else? No, I think it's just those 2 really. Like there's odds and sods that I play and stuff like that, but like of what I can think of off the top of my head, it's only been really those 2 that I've focused on.
Okay.
So.
All right. The main so far what I've been playing, same thing. RoboCop. Absolutely loving RoboCop. RoboCop is so amazing, so good. Just literally. I'm not sure if we're halfway yet. Would you say where I am, where you was? Is it half? Do you think we're halfway through?
I don't know, because I thought we were. Because when we looked at the achievements, because we did,
yes,
I thought we were actually. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I thought we were basically halfway from the achievements that named the places.
Yeah,
but we're not, because the city area, you go 3 times. I've just done the 2nd time because of where I am, but you go 3 times.
Yeah, I think I'm just a little bit behind you. I think I'm at 2 missions behind you or something.
Yeah, so there must be like 2-3 missions, then an open area, then 2-3 missions, maybe. I don't know, but as you said, it's pretty good.
Yeah, the game's just...
And it was £6.
£6. Can't beat that price.
That's still better than free for Doom on Game Pass.
It's insane. It's insane. Like, the game is so... Like, I know it's not the greatest in movement and stuff like that, but I think the fun factor of it just has you hooked. Like, you keep replaying that. What else have I been playing? I've been playing Expedition 33.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Absolutely love it. My game of the year. I'm sorry, hot take. I don't care. My game of the year so far. Obviously, that South of Midnight was an amazing game. It's incredible.
I still need to play that.
Incredible. Please jump on that at some point, please. But yeah, Expedition 33 right now has just had me hooked. I finally just beat this boss that I've been struggling on a little bit. I won't go into any spoilers with it, but you'll find out soon enough if you play it. But very good game. And like I said, like you said as well, Destiny 2. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have fun. It'll be good. Yeah,
we still got that. We're still going through that. Destiny 2, we've got what? Division.
And I warned you about Destiny and Division. Yeah. I said I had to stop one of them last time.
They are addictive, both of them. Both of them are the same. Yeah. It's crazy. And then also downloaded, obviously it's coming, June 10th, the Space Marine.
Yeah, I don't even know why that cast my mind because I talk so much space. Yeah, I am so ready for that.
There you go.
I'm
So that
ready.
isn't basically number
one to Space Marine 2.
Okay, so it's was it remaster? Was it remaster or remake they're doing?
I think it's a War Master edition, they
Okay.
called it, but it's you had the original.
Yeah.
Then you had a definitive edition that they gave an upgrade to on Steam.
Yeah.
Which was, I don't think they made much visual improvements, but it had all the DLC and stuff like that. There might have been some performance improvements.
Bits and stuff, yeah.
This is an upgrade.
This is the
4K, I think it's 4K 60. All the DLCs, when I look through the list, everything. Yeah. Dreadnought mode, I'm bloody excited. That mode was sick. Loads of DLC, all the skins, everything. I said to you, I was like worried. I was like, oh, I'm going to lose all the content, because when I played it originally, obviously I unlocked loads of stuff, but the amount of free skin, well, I say free, the skins that they're including with it this time around, I think there's enough for me to kind of...
Yeah, I'm excited because I say I've never played any of the Warhammer games, so to dive into that, it's already preloaded on our consoles, already good to go.
Absolutely.
So was it June 10th when it... June 10th, yeah. We're ready. We're good.
Just a little bit of time to wait.
It's a little bit of time.
I actually thought it was this week, so I looked at my calendar and was like, oh yeah.
It's like, we play some Duke. No.
Cooked.
Yeah, you finished already. But yeah, so that's good to know what you're playing this week. Another little surprise. There was a gaming there was a birthday this week. Do you know about that? You don't know about the birthday that happened this week? I'll tell you. Sega. 65th birthday of Sega. It's crazy. When I thought about it, I was like, 65 years, like, mad.
Well, they've been knocking around since the beginning of time, ain't they?
I mean, what would, if you have any memory, what would be your favorite Sega game, if you have any memories?
I'd say game. My favorite memory period is the first console I had was my dad's Sega Mega Drive.
Okay.
So that's the start, and it had Sonic 2. Or no, Sonic. Sorry, it was Sonic. Sega Mega Drive, Sonic. That was my first start. So that's probably my fondest memory.
Okay.
And I don't think I had that too long, because then I had the PS2 sort of not too much longer after. But yeah, the Sega Mega Drive was Sonic, and it's one of those things, like when I say with Halo, I think Halo Reach is the better Halo, but Halo 3 holds a place in my heart. I don't play Sonic all the time, and I don't shout about the Mega Drive too much.
Yeah.
But it's still like, if it comes up,
iconic, that's what I'm saying.
That's where it started, my dude. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's not just because I don't talk about it all the time doesn't mean it's not up there. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, not to go on the tangent. Yes, Mega Drive, Sonic. Because
I'm the opposite. I never owned a Sega console growing up. I was straight Nintendo.
I never had one.
Yeah,
I've had handhelds, but I never had a.
No, I never had the Game Gear. I never had enough. I never had
Wow.
none of the Sega stuff. So it was only at my cousin's. My cousin used to have the Mega Drive, and he had the Genesis and stuff like that. So he had the console. So every weekend, when I was at his house, sometimes we'd just play whatever. So but then I think my cousin's brother, he got the Super Nintendo, Street Fighter 2. That was it. That was enough for me. That was it. I was hooked from there. But if I had to say any favorite game from maybe Sega for myself, obviously the Sonic, and then Crazy Taxi comes to mind. I loved Crazy Taxi.
I didn't play that till PS2.
You didn't play that?
Not till to PS2.
That's crazy. I played it first on the Sega.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I've played the Jurassic Park game and Earthworm Jim. Pretty sure it was on that. And what else? There's a few other games. But it's weird. I can't remember that time too much.
So long.
I can remember the PS2. I could tell you for days of the PS2. I remember it was like the fat one, and then it had before they did packaging, it was just 4 games in just some cellophane.
That's it.
So yeah, but yeah, Mega Drive. Wow, I didn't realize Sega had 65.
Yeah, 65. Time flies.
Innit?
It's crazy. And they just posted today that they updated their London office. They got a whole new
they do, don't they?
Upgrade for London office.
That I know.
They showed a walkthrough.
They did. I haven't seen
it
that.
Looks incredible. It looks nice, man. Looks proper.
Wow,
so check it out if you haven't seen it on the Instagram, Sega's Instagram. Check it out. What have we got next? We had a state of Unreal.
Oh, before the state of play.
There you go.
Jumping the gun, yeah, geez.
We had a state of Unreal.
Oh, God.
And obviously it was just showing off all the Unreal Engine, the tech coming out and stuff like that. So we all knew it was going to be demos. It's not actual gameplay from the consoles and this, that, and the other. It's just all tech demos. Obviously the standout one, I want to talk about is The Witcher 4, which kind of stole the show To be fair,
Yeah, I don't think I've even seen anything else.
yeah, it was. I'm the same. I've not really played any of the Witcher games. I've seen people play it on streams here and there.
Oh my God! And we were talking about you not played any Warhammer games.
Trust me, there's so many games in my backlog. Like,
Jeez
don't kill me, please.
Yeah,
I have so much to go through, so much. But yeah, Witcher 4, Unreal Engine 5.6 tech demo was right. It says here was running on a standard PS5, 60 frames per second, and with ray tracing as well.
Now, that's fine.
That's
and
fine.
you know, I knew that's fine.
That's fine.
But it's still the point I always make is they emphasize tech.
Yeah, it's
because
on the bottom of the screen.
It says tech because they're using the engine to help generate the gameplay. It's not final gameplay.
Nope.
That's it could absolutely. It's proving the point that the engine can host that type of content on a base PS5, and I absolutely agree with that. It's absolutely correct, and you've seen it, right?
But they did something similar last. Was it last
all the time?
No, before the PS5 came out, I'm sure they did something similar to that as well. And people thought it was like PS5, and that's how it's going to look. But when PS5 came out, it never looked nothing.
No. And that's what you got to remember when you see a tech demo and it says gameplay. You can make like I could go into Blender and make a 3D animation, and I could say a PS5 can run that and run it off. Do you know what I mean? Like it's that kind of. That's quite rudimentary to make that example, but do you know what I mean? Like, but do you know what I mean? Like a tech demo is it's showing off the engine, and that engine can create that gameplay. Yes, absolutely. But there's no way you're going to get that for 100 hours of Witcher 4. You're going to get that quality game. Absolutely not. That isn't how it works.
No.
When they release the video that just says gameplay PS5 6, you know. I was going to say 6K, yeah, but 4K 60 frames, then it's fine. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's going to come, and then I can be excited. But for the engine looks great.
Yeah.
The quality of it is great. The gameplay they made with it is great. But as I said, for me, a tech demo is just showing off how the engine works, and you can create gameplay doing that.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
As I said, the game follows the character Ciri. She explores never before region of Kova. Obviously going through the bustling town of I can't pronounce it. Valdres.
Yeah, well, you haven't played the game, so you wouldn't
understand it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He's cooked, ladies and gentlemen.
But that looked cool. Obviously, all the NPCs on the screen. They said there was like 300 odd on the screen.
Yeah, the rendering's pretty good for that. How many people have got? Yeah, that's like
all the interactions, everything looked crazy. All the different interactions, how everyone was interacting with each other and stuff like that. It was.
See, that's the sort of stuff AI can do that benefits stuff like that, is it can create all of that environment. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, obviously they're saying the game's not going to come out now until maybe 2027 or 28, the latest.
Oh, really?
Kind of thing, yeah. So
that makes sense.
It's nowhere near done yet.
If you go by what they showed, I can imagine why it would
exactly.
take that long. But okay, and I can eat my words from now. And if when we're still doing this in that time, if the game looks like the tech demo, I will shut up about tech demos.
The only reason it could look like that is if they launch another console.
Again, if that happens, I will shut up.
That's the
I will
only reason.
Stop bringing up tech demos. But right now, I stand by what I said.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm with you. I'm with you with that. And then, now after, we had your state of play. PlayStation held state of play, dropping
there's a lot of stuff.
Dropping bombs on there. Actually dropping so much stuff. I'll just go through a couple of the standout games that we saw anyway that were decent enough to talk about.
There's one I really want to talk about, and we talked about it before we got here.
First of all, Silent Hill F. I've never played any of the Silent Hills.
Sean, what are you doing? Why did we start this podcast?
There's so many games I've played. They're not on this list. But
I'm like this,
ring my neck.
You've not played any Silent Hill?
No, the last one I watched was when Jamila did the stream, when she streamed it and finished it.
What, 2?
Yeah.
So you haven't even looked at 1?
Never looked at 1.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I think, you know what it is? The horror genre games doesn't excite me. Like, it doesn't do anything for me. I think that's why I just don't.
Sean, it's okay. You can tell us you're scared. Scared. To be fair, I'm going to, again, because I like to tell stories, small tangent. I was kind of the same.
Yeah.
And then I played the first Dead Space on 360, not the new one, because I know that, anyway.
No, I finished Dead Space on 360 about 2-3 times.
Yeah,
That's my favorite. That's my favorite game. Like, I could play that non-stop.
So I mean, I'm going to re-image my brain. So I've played Resident Evils and stuff like that, and I have a very fond. Whenever we get to Resident Evil 9, when we talk about that, I'm sure in the next episode, or if you've got some wild, outlandish stuff predictions for Xbox. I remember the first time I got Resident Evil, I got so scared I gave it back to my dad, and I was young because I was Billy Stronghead, thinking I could play it. And then I liked horror games, but I kept going in and out. I played some of the Silent Hills, but Dead Space mashed me up. Yeah. After Dead Space, there was not a single thing that was scaring me.
It's true.
I
actually do agree with that.
Like honestly, like it scared the living crap out of me. Like even when Jamelia played, and I think Chris did, when they played the remake, they said it looked great, but it wasn't scary. And then when I played it, I was like, it's because it was too...
Yeah, at the time period, if you hit it at that time...
You had to be there, right?
Yeah, you had to be at that time period to play it straight away when it came out. Because now it's just like any other... It feels like any other horror game.
Dead Space scared the
But
crap
when
out
that
of me.
was the first of its kind with the jumps... I feel like it was the jump scares. It was just absolutely crazy.
Yeah. But anyway, sorry, that's a tangent going to Dead Space. Let's just make my point as per usual. But yeah, Silent Hill's really good, and it looks like it's going to mess me up. And I remember vividly on, again, another story on PS2 when I used to play some Japanese horror games, like Fatal Frame and stuff like that. They were scary, especially because like the way they design their games, like it'd have grainy footage and it'd feel like it's in the middle of nowhere in Japan and stuff like a village in Japan, just out in the sticks. Like, and again, it's one of those things. I feel like if I played it again now with some of the modern games,
you just run through it, skip
I'll
through
just run
it.
through, I'm just like that. But when you're playing it on PS, do you know what I mean? But on PS2, like, gosh, do you know what I mean? And yeah, I think Silent Hill. If F is like, because I don't know if I haven't really read much into it, but I feel like F is going to be like a soft, not a reboot, but like a soft start. So you could start at F and not necessarily have to worry about the other games. But we don't know yet if they go back to the other games, then maybe he might. But as far as I'm aware, it's just its own thing. But yeah, I'm surprised you haven't played Silent Hills. That's a surprise.
No, seriously, I just missed them all together. But anyway, Silent Hill F is out on the 25th of September, coming out this year. So hopefully, maybe I'll play that when it comes out, or
maybe
play something else beforehand. What other standouts from the show? Final Fantasy Tactics. Never played Tactics at all. So
I would say with that, don't worry if you haven't played Final Fantasy Tactics, but if you've played games, tactical games like that where it has the blocks and you move around, then it's just that with a Final Fantasy flavour rather than anything else.
Many of the ones I played before, like older games like that, similar to that. But yeah,
Advanced Wars isn't really like. Oh no, it is.
That is.
Yeah, Advanced Wars.
I've played a little bit of that.
I've played a few. Bravely Default.
That's out on the Switch 2 now, isn't it?
Yeah,
I haven't played that.
And what's the other one? The Octopath Traveler.
That wasn't Squares. I've got that.
I'm trying to remember. Was it not?
That's a 2D HD.
No, I know it is, but I'm trying to.
Not,
no, it's like old traditional Final Fantasy. Ignore what I'm saying, everyone.
That's what I'm like.
What I'm saying. I was trying to think of like stuff that I've played
definitely
recently.
Play that.
Okay, thank God.
But no, it looks good though, because obviously you got the newer style graphics they put onto it, and I think you can jump back and forth. I believe.
Yes, I imagine
between the two modes, which is cool that they did with Halo.
Yeah, and it's coming out on Xbox.
The Tactics, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
and what else did we get? Obviously got one little VR game, Thief VR. I mean, Thief wasn't great on Xbox One. I played a little bit of it.
Thief's an acquired taste, but I feel like it's a disappointing way to bring it back.
Yeah,
and that's not because it's PlayStation and it's the VR, but just for a game of that renown, I would have expected an actual release, not a VR game. But I guess if that's all they can produce at the moment,
did they do Dishonored VR?
That's a good question.
I feel like they have on my figures. Like
again, that's something to look after, and we'll bring up next week. I think they might have done.
It's the same with that. If they did that with a VR, it's like, what's the point? Just make an actual proper game of it. Then we had the reveal, James Bond, First Light, IO Interactive.
That looked spicy, el dente.
Can't wait.
Friend.
I can't wait. But obviously talking to you just off camera and stuff like that, we was talking about how it looks like it's playing like Hitman, like in certain points, and I don't want that. I want it to just do its own thing. Like I don't want to just have that Hitman
Now,
like overlay over it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but
now remember what I said though. Again, off camera, what I said is it will probably play quite a lot like Hitman, and I think that's just going to be inherent of what it is. But I think if you think in my head, if you think of James Bond, there'll be some stealth stuff, and then it will just go all guns blazing and like James Bond, like most of the films. Maybe not so much the new ones. But like the older films, I always think of the older films.
The older films are great.
Yeah, but they always like,
especially like Tomorrow. Do you play like Tomorrow Never Dies?
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was. There was one. It might have been Tomorrow Never Dies, but you had the car. I think it was one where you was skiing.
The ice.
He was doing all the it was doing all different things
Pierce
like in the game.
One, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was insane. Like those are games. I love them. I love them.
I think this would be good. I think this is a really good mature step for James Bond games. I think before, like they made James Bond games and they were shooters and stuff, but I think this is a step into its maturity as a
it's just
an
a
IP.
Fresh new reboot of the whole franchise.
So, although From Russia with Love on the PS2.
I had it on Xbox One, original Xbox, I think.
Yeah, that was a great Bond. If it played like that, I'd be happy as well. That was a wicked Bond.
But yeah, I'd say that's coming out. No, maybe next year. I think next year, 2026. Yeah, said it's coming out. So looking forward to that. And Pragmata.
Yeah.
The game you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Obviously talking about Dead Space, it has elements of that. Looks like with a suit.
Oh, that wasn't even intentional now that I think about it.
No, it's because it looked like obviously like Dead Space. Then it looked like almost like the Armored Core, the movement, how the
the robots,
the robotic
I
like
think
kind
a lot
of
of
drifting
mech games are like that. Yeah,
and like Gundam kind of stuff. That's how it looked as well. But what do you think of it? Like,
I mean, to play devil's advocate, because I am been waiting for this game. There wasn't a lot to go by.
Yes.
At the same time, it looked pretty cool. It was giving me what's his name? Metal Gear Solid. I completely forgot his name. Why's his name gone out of my head? Who developed Metal Gear Solid?
Oh, Konami.
No, but
Hideo Kojima.
Kojima, that's it. I don't know how that went from my head. I had it in there and then literally went to say no. It looks like a Kojima game.
Yes.
In essence, like when I think about, again, like Death Stranding and stuff, like it's got that kind of story style, at least from the look. It looks pretty cool. I did say that it seems like in that state of play, every game someone had a companion with them.
Yeah.
And this is the same, but this game was announced way on
Way
it. So
back,
it's,
yeah.
you know, but it looks pretty cool. I like the concept. It's kind of, like I said, like Dead Space with a companion. And it looks really nice and stuff. So we'll see. The only thing I will say is it hasn't got the same level of like wacky mysticism that the original trailer I remember did, when it had like the weird space tornado and all manner of craziness going on. But we'll see. It's you know, we've got the rest of the week for all the other stuff coming out. So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they'll probably talk about it more. Maybe Game Awards time or towards the end of the year. You never know. Might get another trailer or something like that. So
probably. Maybe
the release date. We'll wait and see. And the game, quickly run through the last one. The game that obviously ended the showcase.
Oh God,
the Marvel
this is...
token game.
I thought it was Marvel vs. Capcom straight away.
It just crazy.
It looked fresh. And I'm not a big Marvel buff.
Arc Systems, obviously the same engine that obviously do the Guilty Gear, Strive and stuff like that. So yeah, it was just, as soon as you see the Captain America shield just threw me straight away. I was like, okay, it's Captain America.
Yeah.
And then obviously the Iron Man, I did not know that was Iron Man until it zoomed out, because it was in the style of a Gundam. His chest was the pointed, like, he had a Gundam suit pretty much as Iron Man. So it threw me. I didn't.
Oh really? I didn't know. I still thought Marvel vs. Capcom. I just thought they were picking a wacky design.
But yeah, obviously you had Miss Marvel in there. You had Storm,
Doctor Doom, Spider-Man,
Ghost Rider,
yeah,
and Star-Lord.
Yep.
There was. Yeah, and there's obviously going to be tons more characters. Even
I imagine so. They'll probably.
That's going to be a crazy roster. Yeah, there's going to be tons.
I've already got my team. I've already got a team in mind already.
There's no.
Yeah, I already know what team I want to run. I already know just from looking at the characters. Captain America, Iron Man, Doctor Doom, Ghost Rider. Banging, mate. That's.
Later on, the golf is going to like Black Panther.
Yeah, they can do.
There's going to be tons.
Listen, I'm talking pre any extra content. I want to run that team.
I'll probably put the other Captain America Falcon one.
Okay, well, next, thank you. Yeah, all right,
Well,
thanks.
that could be your fourth one.
Yeah, get out of it.
Replace.
That is the fourth. No, I'm not replacing it. That will be my initial team if I get it and play it.
Okay.
That'll be the team because it just sounds sick saying it.
I just got to have something with Storm in it because Storm just. When you think of Marvel Capcom, it's always Storm in someone's team.
Storm's an interesting character in that game, because did you hear one of the lines she said?
No,
She basically, I think she
was too excited.
Yeah, you probably was. Yeah, clearly I was. Clearly I wasn't. She said, even though I can't remember the exact words, but she basically said, even though I despise the people on this planet, I still need to defend them.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that she's going to be like because obviously the whole human and mutants thing. I thought it was interesting she say that.
So was she like an anti-hero? Almost.
Well, I don't know what she'll be in the game, but it was interesting to hear her say that because most other renditions of Storm, she's X-Men fighting for everybody. Do you know what I mean? But this one was like, she was like, yeah, screw these guys. So yeah, I small snippet of something, I guess, but I thought it was interesting that they gave her that dialogue.
It's true.
So hopefully if there's like, with those games, they don't tend to do a lot of story, do they? I hope there's a good element of story to explain that because
the Marvel vs. Capcom had a story mode, but it was kind of weak, to be fair.
Yeah,
like the last one that came out was kind of weak. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't even mind if there's no like story mode. It's fighting, but there's still story elements that you can pick up, like why they're fighting, what the logic is. If it's just a fighting game, fine. But if there's some story and build up to those characters, as I said, more so why Storm said that line, so I understand why. That I would appreciate that.
That's cool. All right, let's run into the next part, and we have. I don't know what to talk about. Games Fest or the Xbox predictions?
Let's do Games Fest. And we'll
do Games Fest first, yeah? All right. So obviously, Games Fest is tonight as we're recording this.
9.
So yeah, there's a lot. We don't know what to expect. Obviously,
no.
There's not been many leaks. Most of the time, Jeff Keighley or someone's leaked something, saying, "Oh, this is happening," or someone's on the way, or whatever. Like we know something, but at the moment, it's been nothing. So I've kind of wrote down some predictions.
Oh god, yeah.
Whether they come true or not, I don't know. But some of them are wacky. Some of them may be true. I don't know. I see what the first one I've got. Maybe a new Final Fantasy 9.
Sure. Okay.
Maybe okay.
I could get behind that. Why not?
All right. What about this one? Splinter Cell. Like, obviously, you got the Netflix show coming out soon. Maybe they do a trailer for that.
I'll do you one better than that.
What?
Apparently, an insider leak saying that the remaster of the first game is looking incredible.
I've wrote that on something else. Trust me.
Oh, so okay, we'll get to that. But,
we are there. We are there.
I think it might not be Netflix. I think they might actually announce or reveal the remaster for the first game.
I think it's a new game though.
Do you think? No, I think it's a remaster.
I think it's a whole new game.
I think they'll do because other people don't. They'll do the remaster and then give us a year and then announce the new game. Or if they don't.
Did you see the picture?
Huh?
Did you see the picture of Sam Fisher?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that. Yeah, sure.
That is new. That isn't like.
Yeah, but remember this remaster. They've done it from the ground up.
True.
So before you get too excited,
I'm
remember there's a remaster that exists. If not,
something new though.
If not, they might do announce the remaster and give us a date, and then tease the new game.
That would make sense.
Because other studios have done that as of recent. They've done that where they've done both.
Yeah. All right, another wild one. Silk Song. You played Hollow Knight before?
Not really.
All right, they got the second one, obviously Silk Song. It's meant to be coming out. This has been announced like.
Yeah, right. You're right. Yeah.
For a while. I think I'm sure it was last Nintendo showcase or one of them. They actually showed it in a sizzle reel, so they didn't even just pass right by it. Like everyone was waiting for announcement for this, and they've not shown nothing or not even said anything really.
Yeah, right.
So hopefully they show something of that. Another game. This game started production in 2014. They showed it in the showcase 2019, and still up to now we've heard nothing of it. Everwild.
Oh yeah. And
everyone's just praying this year something drops. like a trailer or game, anything. We just need something.
Who's the publisher that's working? I know there's the studio, but who's the publisher that works for the studio? Do you know that? We'll find out.
I think it's Rare.
Oh God knows then. No, I think we'd see Fable before.
Yeah.
Before that.
But Fable's Playground thing in it. That's different.
Oh yeah, true. That's right.
That's,
yeah,
that's,
true,
what,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's not even them.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's crazy. Another wild one chucking up in here. Wolverine game. Absolutely. I don't know. Because even I thought it would be at this PlayStation one, State of Play. Everyone thought Wolverine was going to
Yeah, because people were saying that they were happy to see that Marvel game over Wolverine. Like, because they didn't see
nothing.
Yeah.
At least they see something. But maybe Wolverine shows up here. I don't know. Maybe get a little trailer. Obviously, that leak, like last year, whenever they did that leak by accident, whoever leaked it, didn't look great for them, to be honest with you. So, I mean, to be fair, GTA 6 got leaked as well a little bit, but they
just sent that to the Shadow Realm recently.
Yeah, exactly. So... here's another one for you. New Mario game.
Fair. Okay, we're probably due one, to be fair, especially with...
I know, obviously, Switch 2 just launched yesterday. Yeah. Obviously, from this recording, Switch 2 just launched yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So we got they've got new Donkey Kong game coming out. They've obviously got Mario Kart World, stuff like that. But obviously, everyone was not upset with the Donkey Kong game, but they're saying obviously it was like the Mario Odyssey skin just underneath it, like kind of thing. It's just basically
it's Nintendo. They found a formula that works, and they know it will sell. You could have put anybody on there. So yeah, I think that makes fair. I think now is Nintendo's time to economize on the launch.
Yeah,
as this week is just hit people with like, even if it's teasers. Oh, this exists 2 years away, whatever. Yeah. Now is the time to do it.
I think that as well. Like we said before, Resident Evil 9 I wrote down here as well. Will that make an appearance? Because Capcom always pop up at these events.
Okay, so then controversial point of that, Resi, but at the Xbox conference.
Okay.
Just to mix it up a bit.
Because even people saying either Resi or Dead Rising. A new one.
I feel like we won't see Dead Rising again.
That's what I feel. Because they feel like they just done that.
Well, they kind of shipped that. That's like a blockbuster special they shipped in. You're never getting it back.
That's it.
Interesting.
Another game here that was shown, I think it was shown last year, or it might have been the year before, in Exile's game, Clockwork Revolution. It's the one that looked like BioShock Infinite. They teased a bit of it, like a little trailer of it. Wasn't too much teased. You could tell it was in that kind of steampunk kind of era. Like,
oh, yes, right, yeah.
That game. So
I will just wait for BioShock.
Maybe we see more of that. I don't know.
Sure.
A little release there or anything like that at all. Another one here. The Sarus. You know the game with Raul Cooley, that new one that looks from Housemarque Games that looks like Returnal.
Oh,
they showed the trailer of him like coming out of the water and stuff like that, but maybe they show footage now, like gameplay, anything like that.
Maybe, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's a fair prediction.
That's a good one.
Decent. Yeah, I'll give you that.
This is a shocker one. Like I don't know if like Halo going to PlayStation.
They
show a Halo trailer and then it says PlayStation, or even if it's the Master Chief Collection, something like that going to PlayStation.
I don't know about Halo. I feel like if they were going to do that, we'd actually just seen it in the State of Play. I think Gears will definitely pop up.
I don't think they will put it in the State of Play.
Do you not think?
No.
Why? It's such a significant thing.
It's like putting Gears in there, but they wouldn't put that in there because
I guess so. Maybe.
I don't think they would have done that.
Either Halo or Gears will show up for sure.
Okay.
Halo's, yeah, I don't know. If not, it'll show up in the Xbox one.
All right. Maybe. I think my last point from this, Sarah Bond or Phil Spencer, one of them two, walk out showing the new handheld console.
Do you know why I don't think that's going to happen?
I don't know.
Because they just announced that they've pulled back resources on the development.
But you never know. They could have just been lying to you. I wanted to both walk out with like different colours, one black one white one in the hand.
Weirdly, I thought you was going to say one of them's going to announce they're retiring.
You never know.
I mean, you don't know at this point.
You never know.
Things are okay. That's a fair prediction.
That's my little kind of hot takes on the Summer Games Fest because, as I say, I haven't heard too much.
Yeah, I'm the same. Really, yeah.
What's happening? So obviously, we'll watch it tonight, and I guess just be blown away. Hopefully, one of these pans out, and we'll see what happens.
We need to make. We should make a.
I'm gonna keep it here. So
yeah, we should make a yearly thing and do like like a bingo card.
Yeah,
and then every time something's right, we drink. That's it.
all
Cushy.
right, we'll do that next. Do that for next time. Oh, we got Gamescom coming up. We can sort it out for that.
Yeah, there we go. Look, you're thinking ahead.
There
Okay,
you go.
cool. Maybe we'll stream that as well.
All right, then on Sunday. Sunday is Xbox.
Yes.
Yes, Sunday. Xbox Showcase. My last little points on the gaming side. So Xbox Showcase happening on Sunday. Now there's tons of things that probably could be announced and not announced at this showcase. And my first one I'm going into with Gears of War E-Day, another trailer.
100%. I think gameplay.
Something like that. When you see
Gameplay.
something.
And it would be like a mechanics gameplay, you know, like how the gameplay for like cover and the environment, you know, that sort of game.
Yeah.
But it'll be actual gameplay.
Yeah.
So it'll actually be
No
on
tech
there. You know
levels,
what I mean? No tech, no rubbish.
No tech levels. But yeah, that's what I want to see. Like that's gonna be my highlight if that happens of the showcase personally. Being a huge Gears fan.
Yeah.
Next on my list, I've got Perfect Dark. I mean, they did show it. Obviously, like gameplay, everything like that.
Maybe. Okay,
Nah, they
fine.
maybe show a little bit more and then release date.
Yeah, okay.
'Cause
I can get
I think we need to have a release date now
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah,
To be fair, because that was announced like 2 years ago, like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's all blurring the last 3 years,
So-
honestly.
It's crazy. And then next one I got on my list, we have new Halo game. So again, obviously, because you got a new Halo studio.
Yeah.
Obviously, they did tease before
All the
like a
rumours
picture
and stuff,
of
yeah.
like Master Chief and a new, I guess, new rendering kind of thing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, they did.
stuff like that. So maybe they just announced something
Definitely
new.
something Halo. I'll get behind
I
that.
feel like something Halo is coming.
Definitely,
I
100%.
feel like something. I don't think it'll be a tactics one like they did or anything. Maybe not.
I think it might be a soft reboot, you know, because they need to clear off the Bungie 343 era stuff.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say some of it might go to PlayStation.
Well, they could do an E-Day. Yeah, you're right, actually. Yeah,
They
fair
could.
enough.
That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
they're going to do that. Another wild one, Banjo-Kazooie.
That's a bit of throwing it out
That's
there,
a
but
throwing
sure.
it,
Yeah,
throwing
yeah.
it way out there. I'm throwing it way out there.
fine. All right, okay.
Banjo-Kazooie, maybe. This one will be interesting if it happens. New Forza Horizon game, but set in Japan.
Oh, okay. Tokyo Drift in that.
Oi, do you know how serious that would be? We've had obviously here
Yeah,
UK,
yeah,
so we had
yeah.
Australia, had the Mexico and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I think they're gonna go Japan,
Japan
next.
would be cool. Okay, yeah, that'd be cool. That's a cool territory to pick.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
and then obviously I said here the same thing, like, or possibly, like, I know you was talking about obviously state of play. They could have announced a PlayStation game. I was thinking the same thing here. Xbox Showcase, maybe a PlayStation game comes to Xbox.
They could mix it up. Yeah,
There
yeah,
you
that
go.
could be dope. Okay.
I mean, I wrote down here like God of War, Uncharted, or Last of Us.
No
I'm
way.
throwing it out there.
No way.
It'd be so wild. If out of one of them three, I would say Uncharted the most. Just even if it's Uncharted 1.
I would say Last of Us because of the TV show.
Hmm.
Because the movie bombed and that would have made sense. But because even the TV show, like, I know it's getting iffy reviews at the moment. I think Last of Us, if anything.
Okay.
We'll see.
See what happens.
Hmm.
What else have I got here? I got Game Pass announcements. Probably,
Sure.
you know how they like to up the price on us or add a new tier or something
Oh,
like this.
maybe, yeah.
Probably do something like that in there. What else have I got here? Got Elite Controller 3 announcement. A new controller with haptic feedback, everything. Remember they did a survey, like you could.
Yeah, yeah.
They were
that's
asking
true.
people
Yeah,
what they
yeah,
want
yeah,
for the new
yeah,
controller.
yeah, yeah,
We've
yeah.
still yet to see this new controller.
Yeah, they might announce peripherals, especially because Sony had the arcade
The
stick.
arcade stick, exactly. It just had an arcade stick.
Yeah. Okay.
That's going to be whack, by the way, because it's wireless as well.
Oh no, is it?
Exactly, and you know the input lag as well. Like
Oh.
it's going to be horrible. I don't think it's going to be as great as people think it's going to be.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I mean, it looks good. I'll give it that.
Okay. Fine.
But apart from that, nah. Same thing. I got the handheld again
Yeah, right.
trailer, but I don't think we're gonna get that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a new Xbox console. I know it's still early.
I don't think a new console, but I think they might do like a development featurette and like this is what's in the works because they did that with the Series X. They did
Yeah.
like a this is the thing,
Yeah.
but it's not the thing.
Because I've got the new ones coming. If they come out, they're gonna be digital. I don't think they're gonna be in disc on the next one. I think they might scrap the discs come the next one a little bit.
Probably that's the
And
direction.
then you buy the separate drive like PlayStation have done. If you want to do it.
Fine. Okay.
If you want to do it. That's what I thought they're going to do.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I can get behind that.
What else have I got here? Whew, this is a wild one. Blade. Remember when they teased that? I think all they did was show the Blade name, Marvel, that was it. And then I think a few days afterwards, they took the Xbox logos off of it because then now it's meant to be everywhere. So I don't think it's an Xbox exclusive anymore. I think it's just going to go everywhere. But maybe you get something of Blade. Maybe
I don't think you will. Do you know why? And I know it's kind of unrelated because of all the controversy with the film.
I know.
I think they'll be like, you need to stop, because I reckon they were going to try and tee that up, and now it's not happening. So
maybe, as I say, we'll see what happens. State of Decay 3, obviously more gameplay, release date and stuff. Was nothing on that, so that's definitely teed up. That's been shown about how many times now the last couple of conferences and stuff. So that needs to get sorted. We've got the Splinter Cell, all that stuff there as well. So what's this? Last two here. I've got Hideo Kojima. He was working on stuff for Xbox. Maybe
you're right. Yeah,
maybe he shows something now. I know obviously he's doing Death Stranding 2 stuff right now, but maybe he teases something else of what he's been working on.
Sure.
With us. And my last one, Final Fantasy Rebirth and Remake come to Xbox.
People waiting for that, aren't
People are waiting.
Yeah.
People are waiting. I think this is the time to do it.
There's some good predictions, actually. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's not a bad one. Yeah.
I mean, that's all my predictions so far. But we never know what's going to happen on the day. But I'm excited. There's a lot to...
A good week, yeah.
Yeah, I think the conference is about, what, hour long? I think that...
Max hour, yeah.
Probably like an hour, maybe.
45 minutes to an hour, depending.
I think the Game Fest is usually... Last year's were like 2 hours or something like that. It was like...
It was late,
yeah. It was like 2 hours long. So even that, there's a lot of stuff to catch up on. Hopefully they do an Expedition 33 as well, little music number in the middle of that.
Oh, God.
I'm praying they do. That's my favourite game so far, I'll tell you. But yeah, that's been it.
Yeah, cool, yeah.
I think that's a wrap on everything.
Yeah, I think interesting week. We'll have lots to talk about next week. It'll probably be more gaming again. But yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot. I say there's so many different gaming events coming up this week.
Yeah.
Even I think today there's probably about maybe two today. Maybe another 2 tomorrow, 3 tomorrow. But yeah, there's tons. So
yeah, cool.
We'll have a lot to talk about next week, and then I think even the week after that as well.
Yeah.
To be fair. So
cool. Yeah, we'll catch you on the flip side, I guess.
Definitely, man. I appreciate everyone that's been listening to the podcast, and we will catch you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.